Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Rebel Incorporated. This is episode number 12. We return to Saffron Fields, the first map that we were on, and also what I would consider to be the easiest map, but it's also an easy map to get after a certain governor that has advantages, but only in the right place, that being the tank commander. So, we're going to take the tank commander this time and see if it really does translate. We now have an 8th advisor unlocked. I'm not sure where they're at. Let's see if we can find them here real quick. Is that the investigative reporter? Corruption reduction efforts. Is that long term or is that short term? Because I like the stable zone income, and that was them, the investigative reporter. So we'll stick with the tax collector just because I'm not sure if that's the purge, which there are 2 of, if it improves that, or if that's regular corruption reduction, which I would definitely like, actually. That's more useful than the money in the long term, because I don't know how many times I've waited and waited and waited for corruption to come down enough before making another move. So let's give it a shot. We'll go with the investigative reporter. Now, last time out, we finally achieved a 5-star performance. Meaning, I wouldn't say we've mastered, but we've essentially mastered normal difficulty, and we're ready to try brutal. So extremely difficult to engage, locals, corruption, impossible to stamp out, and insurgents backed by powerful sponsors. So the insurgents have more money. The corruption is tougher to slow down, so hopefully we're countering that now with the new advisor. But it's also slower to spread. Alright, so is it summertime? No, it is moving in towards winter. And, 0 temperatures and all. 0 power. No. 0 winter. Hey, that's what I was just talking about. There you go. Alright. We head into the brutal 0 winter in Saffron Fields. Alright, as always, I love to keep my HQ in the urban center, and then we're going to spread out with only a few mountains. These tanks are going to give us a lot of support and ability to trap them within here. We've just got to be careful of this space here, so we're going to want to get infantry without the tanks here. Alright, so we start right off the bat with some corruption. And apparently it's going to be even more of an issue, so we want to spend in that department immediately. It does give us a little inflation. And now we're jumping up to too much inflation, so I do start in a similar way each time. Ooh, we only start with 73 reputation. Okay, we start a little bit lower there. Our funds monthly, and corruption's back down. Let's go ahead and do something. So is the inflation. Those basic rollouts. Also, while it's cheap, let's get our first militia upgrade there. Yes, we need local intel. No. Oh, they're already rumored. Okay, well, here we go. Here we go, coalition soldiers. Get them ready to roll out. Hopefully they start in the mountains. Or at least over here somewhere. Oh, it'd be awesome if we could trap them. I just don't think we're going to be able to trap them this early. There's a few pockets where we might be able to trap them. And this is definitely not a bad area to try to do so. Corruption's low. And yes, we can definitely bring in the next one. Ouch! The double rollout. Not a fan of that one. Not a fan. Can we get you to move over here instead? Let them have that one. We want to keep them back into the mountains. We'll push them back eventually. I do not want them crossing the river and coming this way. So we've got to keep them in this sector. Or group of sectors. There's a lot of urban. I don't know if it's highway though. I think it's mostly just main roads. It's going to boost there. It's going to help our movement speed a lot. And nope, too much corruption. Not too much corruption, but not enough to get a garrison right now. So let's wait just a little bit longer. There we go. Tanks, you can handle this, right? You can handle this. Yes? I think this is them pushing back to here. Maybe? Come on, what are you going to do for me? Are we not even going to engage? They're just there. What the heck? We're not even fighting. I'm so confused. Are we bugging out? What's going on? Yeah, I'm working on it. Corruption's at 16%. Ouch. I need ya. And I still can't do it. Can do it. Be a garrison. How about right here? Oh, back there? Really? Garbage. That garrison's completely useless. And so is this unit. I don't want to retreat. But they have not even begun to fight. And look at this. They're establishing full control over the area, and we haven't even done anything. Are you going to engage this time? They're not fighting. This is so weird. Is this a bug? What the heck is going on? Yeah. Okay, corruption obviously is a massive issue in this run, so we need to combat the corruption. And I don't know why they are not engaging, and yet we're just losing, and now they're attacking all the way back here. Fall back. I just don't understand what's going on with this unit. Here they're finally fighting. Oh, and they're going to retreat this way, aren't they? Of course they are, instead of pushing back that way. The natural direction to go. Okay, well, this playthrough is off to a terrible start because our military isn't functioning. Making life much more difficult. Same here. Look, they weren't engaged at all. They finally are starting to become engaged, but, you know, what are we to do? Just push them back. They're already starting to attack here. So this is a bit of an ugly mess at the moment. But at least if they'll fall back this way, please don't fall back this way again. How dare you! Why don't they fall back to the lines that already exist? Now they're just going to fall back even further inland. Awesome. Awesome. Love it. Not really. No. Oh, they're still there? Wait. So they didn't fall back. My oh my. What can we do? What can we do? We cannot hire somebody. We can't afford them. We could improve our garrisons. If this unit can finally win, they can support that unit. Yes, I would definitely say so. This is creating a huge headache for me. So instead of creating a stable line along here, my garrisons are too far back. I've got one unit just chasing ghosts. And we are defeated. I didn't even see the reputation bar going down, but they had so much control. We had zero control. So, my first encounter with Brutal was, well, extremely brutal. I don't know if it's the tank commander or what, but the fact that they did not engage for the first 5 minutes that they were out there just allowed the insurgency to spread like wildfire. Was I doing something wrong? Leave a comment below if you know better. But to me, it felt like a bug of some kind because we were there, we were in the zone, and yet we wouldn't put up a fight. What am I supposed to do with that? And then a garrison finally establishes itself 3 zones to the rear, nowhere near the front, so no support. And then this random unit, ghost unit, pops up out of nowhere, which was the second time that happened in this playthrough, right? We started with one zone, they randomly popped up another zone, and then they randomly popped into that third zone, which I couldn't isolate and deal with. I was at least able to fight that one, but then all it was doing was chasing it around. So that was a struggle. It was a massive struggle. That part, at least, I understand and get. But the fact that we wouldn't engage when we were in the zone where the insurgents were was really disconcerting. And I feel like that's got to be bug-related. If I was doing something wrong in that manner, definitely let me know what's going on. Is it related to the tanks? Because if it was infantry, they definitely should have been engaged with those units and fighting for that territory. Either way, the insurgents have won. And, yeah, that was ugly. But we'll try again. we'll definitely try again. We're going to stay on brutal. I have no intention of going back to normal anytime soon unless we lose about 5 in a row and go, okay, I still need some work. Little shaky on this tank commander. I see the benefits on 2 maps of having the tank commander. But this time I definitely didn't see it. They weren't winning their battles. Didn't say anything about the enemy being tougher. Well, they are backed. They've got stronger financing. Does that mean they expand faster? Is it more units, or are the individual units tougher? I doubt that it's the individual units being tougher. We'll see. First encounter with brutal is, again, very brutal. But that's going to do it for this episode. I know it's a short one today, but a loss is a loss. That's around. It's done. It's complete. We move on to fight another day. Well, not really. We got wiped clean. But I'll see you next time. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.